Here's an idea. AJ Styles is probably the most recognizable name that is associated with TNA as one of their original stars. So given that fact, he's now seeing tremendous success in WWE. Essentially, he's their number one babyface. Well, number two. He's their number two babyface. I said that wrong. He is the number one challenger to the heavyweight title. He's the A2 babyface right now, working a big angle in the top program, one would argue, unless you count Shane and Stephanie as the top program, and then I guess he would be number two. But he's possibly the most recognizable superstar in the WWE right now, other than Roman Reigns. Or maybe John Cena. But John Cena, Brock Lesnar, they're in a class all their own right now. But as far as main event, it's AJ Styles and Roman Reigns. He is all over WWE programming. Him and Gallows and Anderson, all over WWE. It's the biggest angle going right now, except for maybe the McMahon drama, as I said. Knowing that, here's an idea for TNA. Capitalize on that. Again, you may not have the cash to do it. It may not be in the budget. But it costs $12,000 for a 30-second Raw ad in prime time. Take those, do 2 ads a week, even if it's only for 2 weeks. Capitalize on people. I know numbers are down, but it's still an average of over 2 million people to 3 million people a week watching Raw. Use that to your advantage. Run ads for a Best of AJ Styles DVD or on-demand download from TNAWrestling.com. Seriously, how easy would that be? If you could take $48,000, they spend 60, I believe, 60. No, I thought it was $500,000 for one TV taping. Take $48,000, run 4 ads over 2 weeks, over 3 weeks, whatever the case may be, for a Best of AJ Styles DVD. Your selling points are these. And now, again, I may not be a wrestling mind, but I do have an extensive experience. I've been in sales for 7 to 10 years. Wow, since 2004, I started retail sales and then banking and finance after that. Although I don't consider myself a salesperson in my current role, I am schooled. So your selling points would be, they call him the Phenomenal One. You're starting to see why in WWE, but come over here and see, and again, my pitch is bad because I'm just doing this off the top of my head, but essentially your pitch would be, come find out why he was the best kept secret in wrestling for 10 years. Come find out why they call him the Phenomenal One. With this collection, the Best of AJ Styles, these are matches that you can't see in WWE. You can't see him on the WWE Network. You can't see him on Raw. The only place you can see him is ImpactWrestling.com or TNAWrestling.com or set up a separate in-demand service. I don't fucking know. Expensive. But again, you could do that. TNAWrestling.com, direct download, each match or each compilation. Do 3 or 4. Because think of the people he's worked with. And show on those 30-second commercials, show those quick clips of Ultimate X. The ladder matches, Ultimate X, Elevation X, he's against Rhino, guys that they would recognize. And you could also put a couple in like Daniels, even though he's not there, but some guys that work there, guys that he's worked against, Abyss, because he has worked matches with him. Show a couple short clips, AJ Styles versus Sting, AJ Styles versus Rob Van Dam, AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle. I mean, my God. AJ Styles versus Kevin Nash versus Booker T. People that, even though they're not wrestling now, the WWE fans are still going to recognize. You can't see this on New Japan. You can't see it on WWE Raw. These are matches that only we can give you and that WWE can't touch. You could even argue that this was his prime. These are the matches that built the foundation that AJ used to springboard to superstardom in WWE. Do it. You can sell it in a way, or present it in a way, pitch it in a way that doesn't make TNA sound less than WWE, and spin it and say, AJ Styles is a great competitor, but these are the best matches you're ever going to see him in because WWE won't allow it. So your selling points are, it's taboo, WWE can't present them, only we can. There are better matches than what you're going to see on Monday Night Raw or on WWE pay-per-view, and it's not going to cost you $9.99 a month. It's not going to, you don't have to watch this trash on WWE if you don't like sitting through it. If you want to see AJ Styles, go to TNAWrestling.com. It would be driving traffic. It would be driving awareness. And you'd be capitalizing. I mean, when TNA lost AJ Styles, they didn't want to pay him what he thought he was worth. He went to Japan, bolstered his image, kind of cleaned off the TNA stink, and went to WWE, and he's been kicking ass ever since. TNA made a play before he went to WWE to try to get him back. Because whether or not they did right by AJ Styles, whether or not they produced him right, whether or not they developed him right, whether or not they dropped the ball, TNA wanted him back because they invested a lot of time and money into AJ Styles, and they didn't want to see that go to another company, especially the biggest company in the game. And they made a play for him, and it didn't work out. They were trying to get a return on their investment, at least in this fashion, in some way. They can get a return on their investment. All the while, he's a bigger star than he ever was in TNA. And there's more exposure because now they're getting a commercial for these matches in front of more people than their show can get in front of. 10 times as many right now, based on their ratings. They're getting this in front of 10 times as many people as they could get it in front of for their own programming. No disrespect intended to anybody at TNA. And it's at a time when AJ Styles is at his hottest. And WWE is on their dime marketing him. And it's not like most other cases from the past. Do you know Teddy Garbledygook? He used to be AJ Styles. He was the phenomenal one. Now find out why with his commemorative DVD. The man who used to be AJ Styles. It's not like Daniel Bryan. WWE's Daniel Bryan. You may know him as Daniel Bryan, but before he was Daniel Bryan, he's Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon. You don't have to do that. He's got his own name. He's his own man. They're presenting him as he was born. So capitalize on that.